we have reached the part of the podcast where we're talking NASCAR, and who better to come on then Brandon, aka at Boston Boy 83. Brandon, how you doing today, my man?
Doing good, man. Doing real good. Happy Friday right around the corner. Ready for some New Hampshire.
Now, you started a new adventure on Wednesday night. You ran really well. You were back racing some iRacing trucks. Why don't you tell everyone how that went?
Yeah, it went well. With a new team called Nerditude Motorsports. I got some great sponsors on board, like yourself, Studio Displays, Martin Sports Apparel, Roasted Gem Coffee. It's mind-boggling at taking how much you can take that time off and jump back in and feel comfortable. Got the pole last night, led 85 laps out of 150, ended up second. We'll be off next week because of being in San Diego, but a lot of good group of people, and this could turn into something. So it felt good to be back last night for sure.
I hopped on for a little bit. You look good to me, man. I thought you ran great, dude. So hopefully we can get it where a couple of weeks we can get you in the winner's circle, my man.
Yeah, hopefully you have some T-shirts made and see if we can get some out to everybody.
Nice. Now, we shift over to New Hampshire. What can you tell us about the New Hampshire track for this weekend?
It's flat. And as anybody that tuned into the race I did last night, there's multiple grooves. You can dime in the corner. You can run the low line. You can even put the tires on the apron where people are finding grip. So it's going to be interesting, especially if they get rain the night before and there's no grip on the track. But you're going to see multiple lines, and it's a flat track, which can become very boring. I hate to say that as a NASCAR fan in general, but these can become boring. Your short track races are the guys that you lean on when it comes to New Hampshire, because even though it's not that small, it races like a short track.
Okay. All right. Now, I have 4 bets. You have 3, I believe, correct?
Yeah, 3.
So since I have more than you, I will lead us off. My first bet, I am going to Brad Keselowski 20-1. Last 4 races here, 7th, 3rd, 10th. Then he finished 32, 4 back. Take that one out. Before that, 4th, 9th, and 4th. This is one of his better tracks, one of the most consistent riders here. Last 3 races, he has the best average finish at the track. I looked how he did at Phoenix, did pretty good. Look at how he did on the intermediate tracks this season, pretty good. Needs to win to get in. I'm seeing 20-1 on Brad. I'm going to take a shot here.
I like it. I'm going to go over, and Brad is historically good at this track. I'm going to slide over. I see him at 10-1 right now. Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch has always been good at New Hampshire. He's taken over the Tyler Reddick car that finished 10th, 13th, and 21st in 3 Cup starts at London. And Busch also dominated at Gateway last month, which is also a flat cornered track. So seeing him at 10-1, absolutely grab that number before qualifying. I like Kyle Busch himself in the number 8.
I like it. My next one, going to my man, my boy, Kevin Harvick, 10-1.
Uncle Kev.
Last 5 finishes here, 5, 6, 5, first and first. He's been great at this track. Finished 5th at Martinsville, which is kind of similar to this. Yep. And look, I remember 2019, huge losing streak coming toward the end of the season. Year before, didn't make the playoffs. Everyone was questioning Harvick. What does he go out and do? He wins New Hampshire. Whatever. I'm in the playoffs. I'm Harvick. And he's done well here. But you know what I mean? Like,
no, I do. Just the way you said that. It's like, I'm Harvick.
I'm Harvick, dude. What do you expect, bro? So I'm going to take Harvick here at 10-1, just based on how well he's done here at the track. Back against the wall, needs a win.
All right. I can't backtrack history here because it's not phenomenal. I can't back how they've been racing this year because that's also been not phenomenal. But I'm going to rely on number 9 himself, Chase Elliott. We're back in, 8 races? 9 races? 8 or 9 races left until the playoffs. 60 points below the cut line. Needs a win to get in. So he's going to be shooting for stage points. He's doing whatever he can to gain points and try and pull off a win. And as close as we get to the playoff and he's below the cut line and the races are counting down, I see him at 12-1. You can't ever count the kid out. Track history is not there. Disclosing that again. historically has not been good at New Hampshire. But a desperate driver calls for desperate measures. 12-1, the number 9 himself.
I like it. I like that one. My next one, and I'll tell you, I will say this. Hamlin is starting to become less of a prick, I feel.
Listen to his podcast, man. That will make you feel like he is all over again. Please.
No, I've just seen these little videos he does about tasting pizza. He's trying to be like the dude from Barstool.
Dave Portnoy.
Yeah, like, you know, he's trying to show a little bit of a personality, and that's what I've seen. I haven't listened to his podcast. He's plus 900. I'm betting him at plus 900. Good. Last 4 races here, 6th, 10th, 2nd, and 2nd. Led the 3rd most laps here in the last 3 races. 4th at Martinsville, 2nd Gateway this year. So he's ran good at this type of track. And then you just look at his form coming in last 3 races, he's ran pretty good. Going back to a track he's historically dominated at, I'm going to take Hamlin at plus 900.
I like it. And to your point, historically good. I'm going all the way down. This guy is 33-1. He won the race in 2021 for his 6th top 11 at this track since 2013. He was 3rd in 2018, 11th in 2019, and 7th in 2020. He may have been 31st last year, but that was just a mishap. Anyways, he finished 6th at Martinsville in the spring. We've talked about how that track compares to this track. Erik Almirola at 33-1. Another driver that could just pop a win in, and all of a sudden he's in the playoffs. So the track history is there. The history of him as a driver is not. And we rarely talk about this guy. Normally we're picking him just to finish somewhere. But I see it at 33-1. You absolutely have to grab it before qualifying for sure. But I like it. I really do.
I like Amarillo a lot here. I actually bet him top 10 at plus 130. You mentioned last year, finished 31st. He's got in a little bit of trouble. won it here in 2021. Before that, finished 7th, 11th, 3rd. Even with his disastrous finish last year. So even with a finish of 31, he has the 12th best average finish here.
Yeah.
So it just shows you how good he has been here. And you mentioned how well he did at Martinsville and everything. Just to piggyback what you said, I'm betting him as well, but I'm betting him at a different way, just the plus 130 to finish top 10. So there you have it. You know, I have 4. You know, you have 3.
I might add one real quick.
Why don't you add one, my friend?
I never look at these top 10s. I'm so bad at that, and I need to start doing it because you've hit on a lot of these. Mm-hmm. But I'm seeing AJ Allmendinger, a top 10 of plus 270, and Ty Gibbs at a top 10 of plus 175.
Yeah.
I love those. So
which one are you betting, though? You can't bet multiple ones. You just need to bet one. You just need to pick one.
Give me AJ plus 270, top 10, the dinger.
You're going to do
he doesn't turn right at this track, but we'll see.
Hey, you know what, dude? I like it. I like it a lot. So just to recap, Brandon has Kyle Busch, Chase Elliott, Almirola, and Dinger top 10. I have Keselowski, Harvick, Hamlin, and Almirola top 10. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in. We will be back here next week. And then on the 25th of this month, Brandon is actually going to be on my show, the eTalk 21 Sports Show, and we're going to be previewing the AFC East. So make sure to check that out. Best of luck. Safe travels. Enjoy San Diego, my friend. And we'll see you next week.
Thank you. Can't wait. And thank you for having me on the show. For those of you that don't know, it's hard to get on any of his other shows. There's a waiting list. Like, you got to sign an application. So tune in on the 25th because I'm going to take pride in this one.
All right, man.
See you guys.
Let's cash some tickets. Let's make some money until next week, guys.
See you.